My app here is backwards. It thinks I'm. Well, one of them's backwards. my my the yeah, I don't know. Hopefully, we're good. You have to let me know. Things are a little. My app says I was working. The app says I'm on the starting screen, and the computer says I'm on the correct screen. So. Okay, so here we go again. I know it took me a little while to get going. My starting soon wasn't as soon as I'd hoped, but uh, nonetheless, here I am. So, getting set up, getting. I had to eat some breakfast. That's really all I was doing, and it was supposed to take me 5 minutes, but there was a mess and excuses, excuses. Anyway, here we go. I'm ready to go. I am going. Uh, so, my last attempt, which was yesterday, oh god, I stubbornly told myself I'm not going to reset completely. I'm not. I refuse. Because I want to beat this thing with whatever the game throws at me. But as it turns out, I'm not going to. I need to get through this scenario. And the rules say when you restart a scenario, it's it's kind of like this. This is how I visualize. I have to keep thinking about how to look at this game each time you do it. And fact is, when you go in, I always use video games as an example of, you go in, you die, you come back out, you try again. But I have noticed that in most RPGs, that even when you die and you get kicked out, you get to keep the experience. Well, not all of it. You might lose, the penalty is you might lose some experience, but you're not going to lose all of the experience you got while you were in that area. You might lose 1,000, but you might gain 3,000. You know? So it's not a it's a minor penalty. You lose some of what you gained, but you get to keep a good chunk of what you gained while you were in there. And this game kind of does the same thing. Plus, if you were wounded when you walked into said bad area, of course you heal constantly. Video games, you're in constant state of healing, so who knows? You may not have been hurt. But you could have been. You could have went in there with a partly damaged. Maybe you just fought something that was at the door and you walked in and the thing was there and you fought with it. You got killed because you weren't at full health. Um, but when you start over, when you die and you get kicked out, you go back to the door and you try again. Whatever experience you had, your health is back to normal. You're pretty much good to go. You're at 100%. So if I look at video game wise, the restart on here is kind of that, because it's more than just not having a road events and the experience that you had in the previous rounds. It's it's also, sorry, it's I'm looking to see if it's transitioning my image, because it's supposed to have an image list where it transitions between images, but it doesn't appear to be transitioning. So it's kind of bugging me looking at it, because I have more items on that list, but I have 2 pages now because I wanted it to look more. Uh, well, as I get more rules, further on you get, the more you think about, the more things that come up. Anyway, so with this scenario, I'm going to do it. I've given in to a standard restart, not going back to Outpost. And here's why. Here's why I'm going to not be stubborn. It's because I'm doing this game and doing it online, and people are watching, and I figure you and anybody else is going to want to see the game played according to the rules. And I know I'm hardcore about not softening even the rules say I can drop the scenario level if I want to, but I don't want to do that. Now, some house rules I mean, any game you play, you're allowed to do house rules. It's not like the designer's going to come over to your house and go, okay, I'm taking this game away from you as you've been playing it wrong. Not like Ferrari. you can, you can, you can change the game however works for you. I mean, nobody's going to stop you, um, and or whatever makes sense to you. Now, the reason I mentioned Ferrari is because they actually have rules. And when you buy their car, you can't do certain things to the car. Um, they will they will make you give it back to them or sell it back to them or whatever. If you do something weird like paint it pink, that's not allowed. Yeah, they have people who have bought these cars have actually gotten in trouble for customizing them. Now, keep in mind, if if they keep out of the limelight, no one's going to say anything. But you want to get your car serviced, who's going to service it? You don't just take it to the local dealership to fix your Ferrari. You're going to take it to Ferrari, and Ferrari's going to go, this is the wrong color. It's like, this is the color we sold it to you in. Um, so, yeah. Okay, so anyway, so this is not Ferrari, and I'm going to reset the game. So, as you know, I've lost multiple times. I've now lost 3 times, going on a fourth try. This is a lot like Tom Cruise in Live, Die, Repeat. Good movie, but kind of annoying thing to be caught up in. Um, I have come up with yet another strategy. I'm going to try. Uh, so I'm going to be full health, no brittle, and I'm going to charge these guys. I'm going to try and do what I have to do to get through this. It'll the no the no damage full health bit just allows me to not have to worry about healing myself on the first turn. It's not going to make a huge difference. These guys can still beat me up. Uh, they're a lot strong. They're still really strong. I mean, I haven't changed anything about the parameters of the contest other than I'm not going to go into it wounded again. Um, Beyond that, I am keeping everything else. Okay, so one of the things you're supposed to be allowed to do is keep your experience from when you die, which is interesting. Um, so my thought is the designers go, okay, the hardest version of every scenario is when you first arrive. You know nothing about it. You could come in injured or have, road events could have messed you up. Um, you have not a chance to optimize your deck because you really don't know what your deck's going, what's the requirements of said scenario. Um, you don't know how to approach it or attack it. And it's by far the hardest state. And if you're playing it at normal level or or normal for 2 characters or 2 character solo or whatever it is, it's you're probably not going to meet a more difficult time as the very first time you go in, and you're going to lose a few. But the idea is that, okay, if you can't quite get through it on the hardest state, uh, maybe you'll get through it in the second try, in the third try. But the idea is that there should be a progression that allows you to not feel like, okay, this is unbeatable. And the progression is simple. The first time you die, any experience and gold that you earned while you were fighting, like say you picked up loot and you got some gold, you can keep that. You can keep the experience you gain. So if your guys are doing little actions and stuff, you can keep that experience. But everything else is lost. You lose any loot or any other loot, non-gold loot would be lost. The only exception to the non-gold loot is if it's a treasure item. If you open up like a treasure, you get to keep the treasure. Um, and I think I even saw that you get it. Yeah, I believe you even keep items. So you do progress. And that experience, you never know. I only need 6 or 7 to get over the top. So if I lost enough times, theoretically, I could get another level, and then I'd be playing at an increased level to the scenario. The scenario would not actually increase with me. So that could be good. But ultimately, it's allow you to feel like, okay, I lost. Next time it'll be a tiny bit easier. And the next time it could be a tiny bit easier than that. Or at least I'm gaining experience. I'm trying and learning and trying to figure it out. But I'm getting a little bit better. And it's true, right? You are getting experience, at least in your own personal head, if not in the game. Um, so, because I want to play the game according fairly close to the rules, not just be stubborn, I'm going to do it that way. So, that said, let's get started. I do need, where did I put my pencil? My water, but I don't have a pencil. Also, I'm gonna okay. I was checking on my slide to make sure it changed images. So I apologize. Okay, let's get started. So the experience I earned was 3 and 4. I'm going to write it down. I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to play this out and just try to move on. So Adrian, in her attempt to survive the last round, earned 3. Now, I'm not going back. Theoretically, I could probably go back because I can go look at my videos and find the last state of my health. But I don't want to do that because a lot of reasons. But I'm not. So Adrian had 3 XP. And Royce was tied with her, but he got 4 XP. Now he's ahead. I didn't get any gold. I didn't pick up any loot last time because this particular scenario makes it really hard to pick up loot. I mean, really hard. Because there's just too much going on. It's too fast. If you focus on loot, you're going to get hit and shot way more than you want to. It doesn't make sense. So I recommend don't do it. Don't torture yourself in such a way that forces you to struggle like that. I was just setting up my... Okay, let's do this thing. And now you think, hey, I didn't know you wore glasses. I don't, but my eyes have been getting tired lately, so I decided to go see about getting a pair, just to see if it helped. He told me, you don't really need these, but they give you a tiny bit of improvement, so maybe. So we'll see. There are different ranges where I can kind of tell that they're sharper with them. So anyway, on to this. Reset. Set scenario. Don't look if you don't want to know which scenario this is while I click this. Okay, so I don't list the name of the scenario, but there is clues. There are things on here, so it's not as spoilery, but it is still spoilery. If you're paying attention, or if you're looking for a way to know which scenario this is, there's ways. I'm not hiding it 100%. I'm just not listing it on the title of the stream. And for me, this is my 7th scenario, but obviously it's not scenario 7 because they don't work that way. You be all over the place. So I'm going to use the same deck layout I had last time because it worked pretty good. Again, it comes down to a lot of this is going to come down to my ability to move quickly. So one of the new rules you'll see on there that I noticed with range assignments, +1 range. If it's +1 range and you have no range on an attack, it's not still a melee attack. It's a 2, so you're adding it to 1. And that's a big difference because if you add +2, that suddenly becomes turns a melee into a 3 range attack or anything. So I've always based it off of a base of 0. And so, or if you already had a 1, then you can add 1 to it. Or if you had a 2, you can add 2 to it. But it's a big difference to simply add 1 to a 1 or 1 to a 2. That's a big difference. And so that's going to make a change. That's going to probably affect a number of things that Royce can do. Well, because Royce has got a couple of attacks that will add range. And I always thought that they were pretty limited. It turns out not as limited as I thought. An extra space or 2 in range. Alexa, turn on heater. I'm freezing. Alexa, turn off cap. Oh, never mind. Alexa, turn off red tornado. Alexa, turn off red tornado. So all of my lighting around here is named after superheroes or superhero related things. It's mostly DC. Yeah, I know. I'm more of a DC fan though. So sorry, all you Marvelites. I like Marvel. I mean, there's plenty I like about it, but they're not my favorite characters. And to be honest, I like the tone of DC movies better than. Now, granted, they may not all be good movies, great movies, but I like the tone of DC's movies. They feel more real, more gritty. At least they used to. I don't know what they're going to do with them now. All right, here we go. Adrian actually gets 13 because by default, he's got a cloak that's giving him extra. And since we're coming on without all of that brittle and other junk nonsense, let's do this. I guess I'm just going to plan it out. Let's do it. Now, I actually kind of made a plan on how I want to get through it this time. I strategized once again. Every time I do this, I strategize. This is like a mega planning, and this is knowing what you have to do and how fast these guys can move, and knowing a little bit about them because I've met them a half dozen times already. You know, not quite half dozen yet, but we're getting there. This is try number 4. 4? Yeah, this is try number 4. Maybe try number, I don't know. It's at least try number, I think yesterday was 4. See, here's the problem. I'm not losing because they're killing me, although they're getting close. Or I'm running out of cards, which get close. And I probably would have. I mean, on a lot of these, I think I was going to be hard-pressed to finish because you have to clear this thing of all the monsters. 10 monsters. Your cards, you have to kill 10 monsters. And again, action economy makes this super hard for 2 characters. Simply put, you've only got 2 decks of actions, right? You've got 3 characters. Yes, it's a little harder, but you got 3 characters decks worth of actions. So if they all get 10 cards, you get to work off of 30 cards or possibly, what is that? 15 actions a round, at least for the first couple of rounds. So you get 15 actions versus these guys only getting 10. They're getting 10 actions. And there are more things out there. Yes, I get it. There's more going on with more characters. Sometimes they're harder, sometimes there's more, and there is more. There's a couple of extra guys on the board. But I'm just saying, I don't think it truly scales like you think. trying to kill 10 guys. While 4 cannons, by the way, is the one thing that doesn't change. They might be more elite, more difficult, but ultimately they're still hitting you. They're still shooting at you, and you have 2 guys. There's only 2 targets for those cannons to shoot at. So who are they going to shoot at? Your guys. So if you throw out some banners, which I'm going to try to get a couple down, or at least 1 down, and see if I can distract the cannons a little bit. But ultimately, we got to kill some cannons. We've got to kill these big monster robots, and we don't hit them hard enough. We can't gang up on one of these. The one thing that's also different is in a multi-character game, there's still only 2 of these big guys. They don't have. There's only 2 big guys in every version. They might be more or less difficult, but there's only 2. So if you have 3 or 4 guys, you can gang up on one of these guys and probably take it down in 1 turn. Royce and Adrian, not so much. They can gang up on him and wound him, but these guys have 2 armor, which means most of our attacks don't actually hurt them, which means it's just a torturous thing. You got to wound them and then try to make them keep turning around and go in the other direction. Keep making them think there's a better way. Okay, so here we go. So first goal, move as fast as we possibly can. Get up. Oops, I don't have that. And that card is supposed to be in my hand. I need to get sleeves on these cards. All right, so on this guy, yeah, all right, so we're just going to do this. We're going to go that, and do I have, knowing how the arrange now works, let's try that. Okay, and we're going fast, so we're going to move 20. We're going to let Royce shoot out the gate. This is like, for Royce, this is about as fast as he gets. He doesn't go any better than that. Now Adrian almost always can go faster than Royce. It's kind of like her thing. And again, we really don't want to get into a position where we're now he does have, might be interesting. If I can get the tip of the spear going, at least that gets the pierce armor, which would be nice. We do need to figure out a way, though, to get up. Hitting this guy through his armor is going to suck because he's so hard to hit. One, two, three, four, five. I'm just counting the distances to see how much I can realistically plan to shut these guys out. Because really what I'm going to end up doing if I do this wrong is I'm just going to be funneling them around the sides. And once they go around the sides, I don't know how I'm going to make them go the other way. It's going to be interesting. She doesn't, I mean, Adrian really doesn't have that much range. But we'll see. I'm going to try this. It's probably not the greatest, but could be bad luck, but it does hit. It does do damage at a range. So we're basically going to have to do this thing where we run up, do an action, try to just block their way, and keep these guys guessing as to where they can actually move to. And that's kind of my objective. And then if we can get them in a position where they have to try different moves or different directions. So if we always leave an opening but yet block them off consistently, they will try to go the long distance around. And that's kind of my objective. Try to keep them moving, get them wounded, let them bleed out a little bit while we try to deal with the cannons. That's kind of what I'm hoping. Let's see what happens. Let's see where this plan takes me, shall we? All right. So we're doing a 6 with Adrian. So we're maximizing our chance to actually move fast. Let's go first round. And we're off. Wait, what the heck just happened? Oh, McNoodles. Screw that. All right, so what I did there, I forgot to put the bad guys in, and so I thought I was done. We got four artillery. We got number 5, 6, 3, and 2. 2, 3, 5, 6. And we got ruined machines, number 2 and 4. 2, 4. And then we got, steel machines, 2 and 4. Whoops, did that wrong. 2, 4. Steel automation, I mean. Ruined machines are number 4 and 8. And they're elites. All right. There we go. 4 and 8. Elites. And I think that's it, folks. Let's read through this, shall we? One more time. Let's try to make this happen successfully this time. So, Royce and Adrian got to the bottom of the elevator. They make a decision. Royce gives Adrian the choice. So, Adrian, let's let you pick. I don't care which way we go. Let's go either direction. Adrian's, wow, that's a change. Sure. Let's go. Well, you know what? I don't want to go back into the red. Let's go see what's to the dark. Let's see what's the other direction. Adrian says, let's do it. I'm good for that. And they're off. Turning away from the flickering red right, we opt to move in a direction slightly less ominous, though only slightly. We take the steel walkway through the open cavern. The ceiling is too high for us to see in the darkness, and no creatures stir around us. But still, the vastness of the place is a marvel in itself. After a few minutes, we come to the entrance of a well-constructed tunnel. Its walls and ceilings are held back with thick metal trellises, hundreds of hexagonal beams coming together to form a heavy metal skeleton that, though well forged, has succumbed to decades of rust. Wide leaves of corroded iron have begun to flake off in several places. We listen for any signs of activity, but it doesn't appear to be any. We continue moving on. After a long stretch of time, we spot a trace of light escaping from a nearby passage. Following it, we come to a library. It's a large rectangular room bordered on all sides with bookshelves sagging under the weight of their contents, and in the center of the room are several tables and chairs, all of them thick with dust and cobwebs. But it seems we are not alone. Shortly after we enter, we hear the hurried shuffling of metal feet. A line of security machines emerge from far away, weapons at the ready. They move with rigid certainty, their limbs exact and swift, specifically seeking and destroying intruders like ourselves. Their focus, however, is only partly on us. The majority of them are instead moving toward a pedestal in the center of the room. The pedestal is a little more than a simple stone pillar, but atop it we can see a large steel pressure plate. Not sure what that plate does, but judging by how much attention the machines are paying it, we know it probably isn't good. Okay, so there's a couple of special rules. Basically, these machines, all of their movement is focused on that pressure plate. If they get onto the pressure plate, scenario over. Done. It's over. My characters in no way can get on that. So no summons, nothing else can get onto the pressure plate. If they can't move, if there's not an opening to get to the plate, they'll just get as close as they can and do whatever they can. Try to clear the path. Otherwise, I'll keep moving around trying to find a spot. But their damage will focus, of course, on us. If they're attacking, it'll be trying to hit us. But these guys don't really have range, so if you can keep them moving in a direction that's away from you, then there's a chance you don't have to deal with them. So the idea is to kind of wound them and let them bleed out. Basically, poke holes in their oil tank or their gas fuel tank and just let them come to a stop. So that's kind of the objective of that one, of this one. So here we go. We've already made our plans for Royce and Adrian. The machines are now ready to go, and we're off. Wait, what? Oh, I have to set them back. Yeah, Adrian's got 1 extra health due to her cloak. She's using a 6. And Royce is doing a 20. No, go. All right, so we get to go first. Of course, the bad guys are moving 3. Stupid the back door guys, and then the front ones are going to move 2, which is nice because that means they're not going to get too terribly close. So, given that, the idea is, what can we do that will prevent them from getting too close? I've got ideas, because I've got to try to focus on killing off a cannon or 2, if at all, in my openings. But let's go. 6. Adrian's moving 4 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4. She's racing up here. She's gonna throw down. She's gonna throw down her trap here, and that basically means that is out of the game. But she's got a trap now, right there, blocking this route. Robots will not go through, or monsters will not go through a trap if they can avoid it. So she's doing her job. She's kind of sort of blocked him. Of course, he can always go the other direction, but at least now she can focus on, oh, this is not on the board yet. That's not there. Now, she does have an extra part to her action. At a range of 3, she can incendiate somebody. Incendiary throw. She's going to shoot at the armor. Now, oh, shoot, that won't work. That strategy's broken. Because only if they suffer damage can I put a wound on him. Which means I can't hurt him. Because it's, if the target suffers damage. See, I didn't consider that. Well, I'm going to try it. I mean, I have the card. And there's no other option. I didn't think about that. I forgot they have armor. Armor of 2. Which means I can't hurt him. Even at times 2, it's still only 2. Plus 2, I would hurt him. So who knows? Maybe there's luck in this available to me, but I guess we'll find out. So it's 1 damage. If I get a plus 2, then we're good. Oh, well, that could have been a plus 2. Add plus 1 damage for each ally adjacent to the target. So yeah, that's not going to do me any good. I don't have any any way to hit him right now. So his turn's done. But at least we pushed him back. Little mistakes like that. So irritating. So now we're going to go ahead with Royce, who also gets to go first, or ahead of them. Royce is going to do the same basic thing. He's got a fast speed, so he has no speed now. He's going to move. Do I want him to move 4? Or do I want him to move 5? See, if I immediately block their ways, they immediately go the other direction. It is kind of nice to have them come this way first. Do I have... See, this one doesn't require that... All right, let's go here. So he's going to do the same thing. He's dropping down his trap, or this case it's just a blocking terrain, or It's an obstacle. This is a wild growth seeds. So he's going to throw down an obstacle. I don't know what that looks like. So I'm just throwing down this debris thing. So now he's not. But now he's got Sand in the Hourglass is the attack he's doing. And he's going to do it at a range of... Oh, it's not a range. Nope, he can't do his attack either. I thought these were all +1s, but it's not actually a +1. This one is just a 1, which means it's basically at melee range is all he can do this. And he doesn't really have that much movement. So, alright, well, that's all we got. And then nothing else. The bad guys get a move. They're going to move 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now, this next piece is going to be ultra tricky, especially if they get to move 3 again. But right now, this guy would have tried to hit for 1, but he's not next to anything. So, oops, I moved the wrong guy. Sorry. 1, 2, 3. These guys would have hit. These guys only moved 2. And they would have done 3 damage, but neither one of them can reach anything. So they're both done. Machines go at a range of 5. They're going to do 2 damage, and anybody adjacent is going to take extra 2 damage, but nobody's adjacent right now. Anybody who can hit Royce or Adrian? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. So both of these guys. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so Adrian's the closest target for 2 of them. So number 2 and number 5 are taking a shot at Adrian. 2 and 5 for a total of 3 damage. Adrian takes 3 damage. And then number 3 is actually shooting at Royce because Royce is closer. And number 3, -1, does 2 damage to Royce. And the other cannon can't reach anybody at a range of 5. So he's done. Next round, we're going to go ahead and see what we can do now. Now we got to try to figure out how to detour these guys in a way that... I'm thinking if we could just keep blocking one direction. That's my thought. If I could somehow see, moving, this is where the trick comes in. It's like both trying to move Adrian doesn't have a lot of good movement options. My thought is if I can figure out a way to make at least one of these robots turn around and go the other direction, that would be useful. So basically it's wherever they land. I have to go slow with Adrian or with Royce, which gives me a chance albeit an iffy one. There's very few spots on this board where you're not a target of at least 2 cannons. Because, for example, if I move to this spot at a range of 5, both of these cannons can reach me. So it's really only like these 5 squares here around each cannon that you're a target of only 1 cannon. So you have to kill a cannon to stop being a target of them. And I want to cast a banner that would totally block off one side, making them have to go the other way, which means both my guys could go the other direction and fight and defend one side. But I can't move and stop and drop a banner. That's the problem. There's no way to move and drop a banner, because banners are your move. And that only buys you like a half a second of time, to be honest. But you know, if I can do a move and pin, for one of these guys at least, if one of them can move and pin, that buys us a little bit of time. So Adrian's got the best chance of getting in front of this guy, which would make that guy go around, but that doesn't necessarily... Here, that one might be... Oh, that's a pull. I don't want to pull him. I don't want to pull him closer. It's the last thing I need. These guys and their movement is just so hard. I can't use any of his special attacks because they're all special attacks and you need help. And you can't use special attacks without a banner or something else in play. I could do that one. And then I have to figure out what's the best way to hit this thing. So I can't do any special attacks. I got basic attacks. I got some healing. Guess that will at least redirect him. So what's the best hit I've got? I'm trying to think of the best. These are all range too. He's got range that, range that, range. I wanted range so I could shoot him, but at this moment I'm trying to, I'm going to have a shot where I hit him face to face. Well, I guess I could always move first, or shoot first. Shoot first, ask questions later. That's one option. Let's do that. He's got 2 shield. This one might not hit him, but we'll see what happens. At the very least, I should be able to turn him around. Okay, so it's a 21 for Adrian. Action choices, javelin, and combined effort. We're going to try to move my characters into a position where the robots want to do a change around, go a different direction, and then maybe I can start making some headway on like getting rid of a cannon or something. So that's that. And then Royce is going to have a little bit trickier time because he's not only got to block this guy, he's got to... If we block the way completely, they're just going to... So he's moving slow. I think I'm going to have to do borrowed time. And... Or maybe hit and run. Huh. Hit and run might be good. I'm going slow though. I don't need to do the pin. But I do need to do a range because well, oh, that's not up yet. I just need to put it out. So it's going slow. That's a 32 though. It's reasonably fast. And since it will get a pin in, let's try... Do I have a piercing attack? Really like to get a wound on this guy. Let's try this one. And we're going slow. So the slowest on this one, surprisingly enough, is only 49. But we're going to see how this works out. I think I have a plan. All right, so this choice for Royce, cascading reaction and borrowed time. Now the plan is to fire off borrowed time, which will allow me to do a pin if I need to. Since I'm going slow, you know what? I think I'm going to do a different attack. I was going to do cascading reaction, but ultimately, since I'm going slow, I can't do the wound, and that's kind of the whole point of that. I can't do blurry jab, which would do a wound. No, it wouldn't, because it's slow. So I'm doing a slow attack. I got to remember that. I get to once I put borrowed time in play, I can ignore the slow effects. So I think I'm going to go with the twin strike. Doesn't get through his armor very much. Oh, borrow time is the attack. What am I doing? I gotta do a range. Do I even have a range at slow distances? Okay, what are my best move options? Let's do a move that does a heal. Sure. Okay, so actually his is going to be 50. Let's do 32. It's the fastest slow he can do. All right, so I decided to go with, like I said, I'm still doing borrowed time. I'm using twin strike, but I'm going to be using this bottom half where I can move basically once. Well, no, I can ignore the slow. I can move 3 spaces and heal myself. It's really all I'm going to be doing on that one. But it's not much, but it'll get. But I think with the pinning action of moving slow and being able to shoot this guy and not let him move, that will actually buy me a little bit more time, which is the whole point of borrowing time. Let's go on to the next. Hey, Savinicus, how you doing, man? I haven't. What date did you say that was? March something? I haven't decided on that yet. My couch doesn't have a lot of change in it anymore these days. We've scraped together. We scraped together so much. March 4th, huh? Well, maybe we'll talk about it some more tonight. Are you coming to game night tonight? 4 o'clock? Okay, let me finish this round. Let's do this. Adrian, they're all set. Of course, the guys in back are moving 3 again. Freaking hey, why do they do that? They rush. Like, how do they get the 3s twice in a row? Very first thing. All right, Adrian is going first, though, which is kind of good, I guess. So we're going to do a combined effort within a range of 2. 2 characters can move, so he's going to move 2, and he's going to move 2 and block this guy. And then he's going to turn around and shoot at the cannon. He's going to throw his javelin at the cannon. So that's 3 damage on the javelin, -1. So he does 2 damage on the cannon. So number 5 takes 2 damage. Oh, do they really? Hmm. And it's $67 for one day. I don't know. I don't know. I may have to see what my wife thinks of it. Uh, I will talk to her, and like I said, we'll talk tonight. I'll make a decision. If not today, then oh, it'd have to be tonight. No pressure, man. No pressure. We'll have to see. Okay, so the robots get to move their three. They're obviously blocked, so they're going to pick a direction that works for them, which in this case is both of them going this way. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Because it's the only direction not blocked. There's a way in. So they can't hit anything at the range of 1. Nothing like me. Royce gets to go now. Royce is going to throw up his borrowed time. And then he's going to move. I don't want to completely block his way. Because that would be not good. He would just hit me. It's basically all that would happen. I'd like to go hit the cannon, but that would give him too direct of a path. So really, I don't have much options here. I think I'm just going to I'm going to skip the movement, and then I'm just going to heal 2 and infuse the grass. Oops. So at least we're not wounded at the moment. So that's it for him. And then we're going to have to deal with the cannons. Cannons range of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh good. This one can't hit. That guy 1, 2, 3, 4 can hit. So Adrian's going to get hit by 2 of them. This guy's going to get hit by 1. Number 2 is going to hit Royce for 1 damage. Royce takes 1 damage. And then number 5 is taking a shot at Adrian for 1 damage. 2 damage. And number 6 will take a shot at Adrian. They're firing grenades at me, as you can see. It's 2 damage. Or it's 1. It's 2 damage now, but this guy's 1 damage extra. So it's 3 damage on Adrian. Adrian is taking a beating with these things. Cannons are done. Steel automation. Wow, steel automation actually is only attacking. Okay, so the steel automation in front of Adrian is going to attack at disadvantage because it's a ranged attack. So hopefully that's helpful. It's 2 damage plus a wound, which I have to deal with now. What is wound 3? Does that mean every wound, every turn? What the heck does wound 3 mean? Does that mean I take 3 damage every time? Oh my gosh. That's insane. I didn't even know you could do that. Wound 3? Oh, I better look that up because that's critical. But I wanted to take Benji. Oh wow, how cheap was it? It's bringing a kid along. Was it at least $25? It's cheaper. It's still. He'll like it. I think Benji will probably enjoy it. He's right at that age where it's gonna be kind of cool, especially seeing all the cosplay going on. All right, so yeah, I got to check to see what this wound is going to do to me. Wound 3. Oh my gosh, that's terrible. Damn, that's massive damage. All right, so he's going to do 2 damage at disadvantage. his +1 both times. So he's doing 3 more damage, and I get wound 3. Oh my gosh. Okay. I don't know what to do. 3 more damage and wound 3. Oh, I forgot to infuse the wind on that last one when I threw my javelin. Wound 3. I gotta look that up. I don't know what that means, because if wound 3 means I take 3 every time I take wound damage. Yeah, 2750 for 4 days. Oh, well, still that's better. You can just send him back on a bus and he can go the extra 3 days. I have to figure out what this wound is, because that's crazy. That's crazy. Wound 3. I don't know. That's... Why? What? That's so much damage. 1 damage at the start of their turn. Wound is removed when the figure is healed. Oh wait, here we go. Oh, that's Pierce X. What is Wound X? Pierce, Curse, Conditions. This doesn't really give me the... It just says Wound 3, and I don't know. This one doesn't talk about what the Wound X is. It just says, on here it just says you take 1 damage at the start of each of your turns, but this one has a 3 after the wound. Oh, it's Pierce 3. I don't have shields. That's nothing. It's not wound at all. Okay, never mind. It's Pierce 3. So yeah. Ultimately, so I have to take was it 3 damage? 1, 2, 3. And then the other guy gets to go. He's got a range. He's going to do... Obviously, I don't have shields either. Null. So he doesn't do anything. Royce is really getting off easy. Adrian's getting beat to a pulp. Everything is pummeling on Adrian. But none of these guys are wounded or anything. So it's like I can't even... Snapchat. Who the heck is Edwin? And he's probably like, okay, just send me with $100 in my pocket. It's like, if I could send you with $100 in my pocket, I'd be going myself. Okay. Now we have got to figure something out with these guys. I think I'm going to try to stun him. That's all I got. Here's an idea. I'm going to throw this thing down, and I'm going to try to... Oh, yeah. Yeah. I got a plan. Hopefully it will do something. Hopefully I won't die. Royce is over there going, any help you want to give me would be great right about now. There's 3 robots coming my direction. He's like, I can't keep them at bay forever. Help. Oh yeah, well, he would have been pinned because I was supposed to do the pin last time, but I didn't. That's alright, he didn't move, so it didn't matter. So now we got to figure out how to I got to figure out how to pin this guy. Alright, so let's do this. This time we're going to go fast. We're going to go fast and try to run up and hit this guy. +2 targets. Range of 1 is so bad. Range of 1. That's basically a melee attack, but... And these guys moving 3 at a time. Ugh. Ugh. I wonder if I should do that. I want to get a wound on them so they'll start bleeding. Because they need to start. The only way these guys are going to die, I can't kill them in any reasonable fashion unless I wound them. So I have to get these wounds on these guys. You know what? I think I may... I think I'm going to gamble and go slow. I want to do a pierce on... I'm hoping to let them move a little bit. Come in. And maybe I can do this other attack. So, yeah. I'm going to try this. I got to use my pierce because I'm going slow. Just to pin him and hopefully maybe get to hit 2 guys. That's my goal. Maybe, baby. Let's hit 2 of them. Yeah. 71. This will pretty much assure they get to go first. So, I mean, not guarantee, but it's a good chance. Which also means there's a good chance I could get hit or hurt or wounded. He's going to move quick, though. 18. Oops. Next round. We're off. Yep, he's going way last. Adrian's up, though. What kind of movement? Everybody's moving 3. 4 move? 4 move? This guy's elite. What the heck? That guy's not supposed to be set up as a basic. Let's see. He's supposed to be an elite. None of those guys have been hit at all. It's 8. There we go. 4. They're moving 4 spaces. Oh my gosh. This is dumb. I don't think Royce is going to be able to hold these guys off any longer. Adrian's up. Adrian drops a banner. It's a healing banner. It's going to go right there. And then he's going to do a tip of the spear attack on the automation, which gets piercing. So it's 3 damage, and it's going to go through his shields. -1. Gosh, dang it. So I'm just getting terrible draws. But at least it pierced, so it's full 2 damage. It's not really much else I can do with that, but the banner's up here. Oh yeah, and I was gonna use my stun. Oh, I don't have to wait with that one. Yeah, he's using his hammer on that one. So he's actually stunning this guy, so he's not gonna move. And he can't do anything on this next turn. Just keeping the big man down. I haven't figured out how Royce is gonna deal with an onslaught of guys coming his way, since they all seem to move massive distances every freaking turn. So did he pin? He pinned. Oh, yeah, he pinned him. But who went first last time? Oh, shoot. I don't remember who went first last time. He had a pin on him because he won't actually be able to move this round if Royce went after. And Royce went slow. Gosh dang, can I look at the rounds? Oh well. I don't remember, so I'm not going to... He's pinned. I think he moved after Royce, though. Only that guy moved ahead of Royce. Oh, wait, they had their range attack. They didn't move. I can't remember who went first. Anybody watching? Hey, Red Rhino, how you doing? It's going, yeah. It's going. All three of these guys keep getting 3, 3, 4, 4. They're getting their maximum movements. And so they're just racing on me fast. And Royce is getting overwhelmed. I don't know how I'm going to stop. Adrian's over there trying to distract or block the way, make this robot not turn around and go the other direction. But Royce isn't going to be able to block these guys. There's too many of them. And if I block them completely, they're just going to come forward anyway. They're going to hit me. So yeah, I can't remember though if I went first or second. If Adrian went before the steel automation last turn, because if he went after steel automation last turn, I'm pretty sure he did not. I think only the... I don't remember them both being in front of him. I think only the other robots have gone ahead of him. Oh, what do you know? Okay, well, Adrian did his attack. Adrian's done. He did the piercing, cast his banner. Yeah, that's it. Now it's this guy. They can't attack. They're not moving this round, so they're basically just staying back, which is good. So they're done. And then the unstoppable force. Steel automation. This guy was... If Royce went first last time, then the steel automation does not have his pin anymore. But if Royce went... I don't think he was in... I think Royce went before him, which means he can move now. So he's going to move 3. And he does 2 damage and pushes Royce 3 away. Uh-oh. That could be problematic. All right, well, let's see how much damage he does. It's 2 damage on Royce, plus 1, 3 damage. Suck. This is so hard. This is so hard, Red Rhino. I don't get it. This game is too freaking hard. I really need my guys to both be together, but I was trying to figure out a way to block and make them, you know... I've kind of got it blocked so this guy has to go the other way, but he'll only go the other way as long as I'm blocking this, and it's a closer distance to go the other direction. But Royce is about to get overwhelmed because these guys are closing in fast. So he just got hit, and he gets pushed back 3. Robot's not smart. Robot pushed me this way. Or I guess I could have him just push me that way. Either way, I can't go. Can you push onto terrain? I guess you can. Wait, that's blocking terrain though. You can't go through blocking terrain. Because I saw push and pull only works on difficult terrain. So he would basically push me right up to this thing. I could say he pushed me into the trap, but he's a robot. He doesn't know that. He doesn't know that's an option. So he pushed me into the wall. That's what I say. I say the robot's just dumb. He just shoved me into the wall to shove me into the blocking terrain. That's what it is. That's what I'm saying. Doesn't say robots or monsters are smart enough to push you back into a trap or push you out, because this would have worked and that would have worked, but this also works. Let's go, but this time I hit a wall. I can't go anywhere else. So that's what I say. That's ambiguity. It just says it has to be further away each time, up to what's capable. And you can't push through blocking terrain. You can push through difficult terrain and traps, which is really just difficult terrain with a big fat pain in the butt afterwards. So says me. That's how I'm doing it. Unless there's a rule in there that says monsters will always try to do maximum damage to you, and they'll push you through traps, and they'll try to push you whatever smart direction it is. But this is a dumb steel automation. He's not smart enough for that anyway. Okay, so my action. I think I have to block him and pin him. So I kind of have some options here with my two choices. I was going to go for the wound. I can move 2, but if I do that and pin him, he can't get closer to the thing. But if I go 2 and go for the wounding attack, he can very much go for the thing. Then I'm in trouble. Oh wait, no. Since I'm going slow, I don't have to worry about that because I get a free pin at the end of my action. That's good. It's a good thing. Very good thing. Okay. Let's go ahead and... oh, he's done. Wait. Did I... No, I just pierced him. So he's going to move. This guy's going to move 3. 1, 2, 3. And at a range of 2, or no range, he's just going to push somebody 3. There's nobody around. Okay, so for the moment, there's a little bit of that robot's going the other direction. Now it's Royce's turn. Royce is going to move 2. And he's going to try to hit this guy with a cascading reaction. I was hoping that those guys would move and come closer, and I'd get a chance to. Yeah, you know what? I might still be able to do 2 guys wounded. Yeah, let's do that. All right, so this is a cascading reaction. I move 2. I'm going to strike the armor. Now he's got two armor. This is Adrian's first. Oh no, did I shuffle? No, I think this is his first attack. Holy moly. All right, so he did 3 damage. Plus 1 is 4 damage. Minus 2 is 2 damage, but he's wounded. So number 4 finally takes a hit. Woohoo! 1, 2, and he's wounded. Oh, you know what? I messed up again. I forgot to use my dagger. I am definitely going to use the dagger on this guy on this next attack. Oh, no. Let's go here. I'm going to move 3. Well, 2 as far as I can go. And... okay, yeah. Oh, shoot. No. Since I moved slow, I can't use the wounds. I mean, I still get the damage, but there's no wound. Dang, gummit. This game is so freaking hard to make anything work. Ugh. Ugh. Alright, so this is going to go here. I get 1 XP for that. And I'm going to... I'm gonna smack the cannon I don't know if I want to waste this card. I don't know if I want to waste this card without being able to use the wounds. You know what? I think if I alter these two cards or just switch them back, this guy just doesn't move. He stays there. It's a standard attack. He moves the 2. He does the 3. Same. It would have been 3, but instead he gets a wound, or he gets to pin him, so he can't move right now. And that's it. Because I'm going to do the top of the hit and run, which is just standard 3 plus a wound, or plus a pin. So he's pinned. Not wounded, but I can at least get away with the pin. And then the other card will be my standard move action, which really didn't have any real benefit to it for me. All allies add 1 to their movement ability when they're close to me, but that wouldn't matter. So, yeah. Now the stupid cannons get to do 3 damage at a range of up to a range of 5. Oh god. So number 2 hits Royce. No, number 2 does not hit Royce. Number 5 hits the banner. For 4 damage. I can't do anything about it. So basically number 5 just killed my banner. I never even got a single heal out of it. First shot killed it. Oops, that guy's gone. So I never got a heal. 1 shot kill. These things have... That is probably their heaviest hit. And of course, the very first try, it goes after the banner. The very first time I get it out, it goes for a heavy kill. The other guy gets to shoot at Adrian, number 6, for 3 damage. 2 damage. Adrian's down to 2 health. Yeah, this is going very poorly. Any hope of healing kind of went out the window with that. Oh, I do have... Adrian has 2 XP, though, for having that out there. Yeah, this is not going well. Not going well at all. What do we have? Next round. Oh, that was Royce in the artillery. They pretty much always seem to have the optimum move. It's almost like it knows what I'm doing. They move, hey, they're far away. Let's move 3, 3, 3. Okay, they're not far away. Let's explode on everything. Oh, look. It's like every time I've played this, the last 3 rounds, last 3 times I've attempted this, these guys got 3s for both of their first 2 movements. And then these guys got 3s on their first move and a 2, and then they got a 3 again. And then cannons are doing things like always having the perfect range. If I'm far, far away, they happen to get the 7. If I'm close enough, or if they feel like they can kill something in 1 shot, they get the maximum damage thing they can do every time. It's like there's somebody playing for them. I'm not doing nothing. It's like they're just magically getting what they need. It's like, what the heck, man? So I'm thinking I'm going to have Adrian move slow, try to get that guy to go ahead of him and move farther to this direction. And then I could have Adrian kind of move in a way that gets her closer. She needs to heal. So and with no attack, yeah. Oops, wrong one. These 2. That'll buy her 1 turn. So she's going to go 15. This thing's dead. I didn't have that very long. Not even long enough to get a single heal. A single heal out of it. Ugh. Now, he got a natural pin. Oh, wait. I didn't realize that since he was going slow and he got a natural pin out of this attack, he also gets a pin at a range of 3. So this guy was in range. So I'm pinning. I'm going to say he pinned number 4 also. Those two guys won't be able to move. Now I can't really go slow this time. I can't justify it. So this time he's actually been dodging. He's been dodging all these guys and their stupid attacks. But I got to figure out a way to get something on this guy. He's gonna rest. I need to get wounds on him. Like if I don't get wounds on these guys, I'm never gonna kill them, and I'm gonna run out of cards for sure. Oops, what did I do? I gotta randomly lose a card first. Gotta make sure I took out the cards that were still in my hand. I'll look just in case. See, you have to take, what is it, 2 wounds to pick a different card? That just seems like an awful lot of damage. A different random card. I think it's 2 wounds. I just can't afford wounds in this. I'm just too... Triggering random effect, shuffle, touch, remove. Beginning scenario phase, scenario time of effects, trigger any random shuffle. I think you have to take two wounds. It might be 1. If it's 1, maybe I can justify it, but 2 is just not worth it. Rest. Where's it rest? Dang it. Resting. During the end of short rest, character may from 1 short rest, lose a random card from discard pile and return. If they like to keep the lost card, they can suffer 1 damage to lose a different damage. Oh, okay, it's 1 damage. Alright, well, he's already at 5. That would put him down to 4. I kind of want that card. It's one of my few wounding cards. But these guys keep hitting -1s and nulls. It's going to be really hard. I can't if I'm not doing any damage. Nah, we'll let it go. I'm not going to take the damage. Okay, so let's pick the card. I'm going to try this again. And then... But we're going fast this time. Definitely moving fast. So here's the problem with moving fast. I got to figure out how I'm going to pin this guy. How do I stop him from moving? Oh, here we go. That'll work. So the fastest of this moves is a 19. We will do 19. And that's it. Let's go. All right, so we get to go first. Adrian is up. Of course they're going to move 3. Adrian's not going to do anything too spectacularly awesome. She's going to throw on her range shield and regroup. Does regen go away on the next attack or the next damage? Remove when damaged. So if my shield protects me from damage, do I have to remove my regen? I think that would be a no. Right? Because they have to get through my damage first. They have to get through my shield first. 2 health. Alright, so... Oh, I don't know why I'm putting these up here. Well, the shield goes up there. It's a range shield of 2. And then she's going to heal for 2. And she gets regen, but I don't know. She's got to somehow miraculously not take damage this round. We'll see if that happens. They always seem to get the biggest hits they can when I'm most protected. It's just the way of the game, it seems. That's Adrian. Royce is up next. This time. Yeah, okay, so at a range of 1, it's not +1, unfortunately. So I can only do it to one guy. But I'm gonna, at a range of 1, I get to pin something. And he's going to pin this guy, so he can't get through. And I'm going fast, so I can increase targets, but there is none. +2 targets. So now I'm going to go ahead and do this cascading reaction I tried to do last time, which is 3 damage on this guy. Three damage. Now it says he has 3 shields, but I'm ahead of him. His turn hasn't come up yet, and I know that if I turn, I don't get credit for my shield until I take my turn and put the shield up. So my feeling is they don't get their shield until they get their base shield too, but their amplified shield they're not going to get until their actual turn. And since I'm ahead of him, he's only getting a 2 as far as I'm concerned. So it's 2 damage on him, which it's 3 damage. 2, which doesn't even go through his shield. It doesn't even go through, but I do wound him, so he gets a wound. 4, because of course I didn't hit him. But now I get a move, and I'm going to smack this cannon for 3 damage +2. So I'm going to do 5 damage and a wound to cannon number 2. Oh, and this guy, number 4, is also wounded. So at least we got the wounds off. That was kind of the whole objective of that thing. And pinned one of them, so he can't at least can't run into the safety of the thingamajigger. Now the body block. Okay, so Royce is done. Adrian's done. Steel Automation gets to go. That guy can't move now. So as a result, the only thing that they can do is he can't move, so he isn't doing anything. This guy has no way to get in, so he's going to go this way. 1, 2. He's got to go around his friends because there's no room to go through them, so he's going to go there. He's done. Now the fuel leak. These guys get to move 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. But if the move ability was performed, they suffer 1 damage, so that's good. 1. 1. Oh, you know what I did wrong? Son of a French fry. I put the damage on the wrong guy. So he didn't. I don't even know how he got damaged. Number 4. Number 4 must have got hurt on the previous turn. Dang it! I'm putting the stuff on the wrong guy. Because these guys, I don't think I've so much as touched them. I pinned him once. I haven't attacked him at all. I think these guys are both. Full health. What is full health for these guys? I've been damaging the wrong guys. Son of a gun. Oh, so this guy. I didn't do any damage to him last time, but he's got a wound on him. This guy does not have a wound on him. Nor is he pinned. This guy's got a pin on him. So he's got a pin and he's wounded. That guy hasn't been wounded because all she's done is chase him around. I keep getting them mixed up, these stupid steel automations and the Runa machines. I mean, they don't look, I mean, they look different, but they both have the blue light on them, and they're just too similar. I don't know, it's screwing me up. I'm trying to remember if I did any other damage to this guy other than the one time I hit him. I don't think I did. Because he's mostly been screwing up. I mean, just looking at these cards, that +2 was against the cannon. And the +1 might have been how he got the 2 damage to begin with. Okay. Well, it is what it is. I don't remember anything else, so. Those guys took... Oh, these guys both have a damage because they moved once. That's what it is. In fact, I think that's how they got their other damage. I think they both would have... They're both at 2. That's how they got that. They did that twice where they moved and took damage. There's nobody to hit at their range. Okay, that's right. They both had this thing twice. That's why one guy's correct and the guy I've been screwing up on is not. Ancient Artillery is going to go at a range of 5. They can do 1 damage. So Adrian's going to get shot twice again. And Royce will get shot once. Royce takes 2 damage. Adrian takes... Well, he'd also be pinned, but Royce can't be pinned. So now we got 2 cannon shots on Adrian, both for 1 damage. So we got cannon number 1, takes 2 damage. So a total of 3 damage on Adrian. She can... Well, of course... Oh, wait, she has shields. In fact, it's 1 damage and 2 damage. Both of them get blocked by the shields. So there is no damage on Adrian. Adrian has her shields up for once. She did something right. So that's that. Her shields go away. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, so Adrian doesn't have to stay over there in that spot anymore. She can move into a slightly better place. I don't know how Royce is going to do this. Royce is still trying to figure out how not to die. Royce is trying to do as much damage as he can over here. So, it's getting a little busy over here. I'm having trouble. And Adrian's like, yeah, can you handle it just a little bit longer? I know what we could do. If we could figure out a way to move and block these 2 spots in, most of these robots will turn around and go the other direction, which should buy us a moment or 2. But we got to figure out. So Adrian has to take a rest. Oops, next round. I've got 2 rounds to kill some of these things. We're just playing musical chairs with these guys. I'm not killing anything. Trying to get a shot off on these cannons to stop them from shooting at us so that we can do something. That's gone. Alright, so I do want to move far. If I can move far, and just cause a blocking state, it can help distract them. But in the meantime, let's take a shot at the cannon again. How much damage is on this cannon over here? 6? Not great, but does she have a wounding ability? Not without the help of a banner. She doesn't have that. Can't push it. Can't. All right, let's do this. Yeah. So this time we're going to do set for charge and javelin. We need, it's a 6 for Adrian. And Royce has got to figure out a way to do some damage here. Well, not being dead would be nice. I figure if we can block them thoroughly, thoroughly block them, they won't mess with me. They'll have to go another direction and find a path that's less problematic for them. Wounds are best, but I don't have that option every time. If I go... No. Got to get over there and block them. So I need movement. Movement. Here we go. I gotta ignore the slow effect, so that would be that. And then I do that. Alright. So fastest position, 24 for Royce. And we will try to see what miracles prevail here. The steel automation is not going to move, and they're only putting up a shield. That could be good. That could be good. Adrian does not have regen anymore, by the way. That got blown off of her. Oh, wait, no. She never took damage. So she does have it. Oh, that's good for her, because she needs that. Okay. Now, she's probably going to take damage this time, but at least she got a little bit out of that. So she's going to use her javelin and infuse the wind right now. She's going to shoot at that cannon again and try to significantly cause some damage to it. So it's 3 damage. She will try to see if... Just making sure she doesn't have a reset card in here. 3 damage. Ah, man. -2, a -1 again. I cannot seem to catch a break with her. She just can't get a good hit off. Alright, well, Adrian moves here 4 to partially block up this mess. Beyond that, that's it. And then since the steel automation gets to move, but they're just shielding. They don't even try to move. They're just going to sit there and just harden their shell or whatever the heck that they do. And so that's that. And so that's about the best action I can ever hope they would do. Unless, of course, I'm trying to kill them, and that's annoying. Royce is going to, since he's moving fast. Oh, interesting. I could add 2. Oh yeah, she infused the wind. You can add 2 to all attacks this round, or piercing. That's right, he's not doing an attack, which is fine because this guy has 4 piercing, so whatever. He moves 3, 1, 2, 3, which will block the way, which will help me a lot. And then he's going to do Sands in the Hourglass. You know what? I think I might just stop right here. Tell you why. Because Sands in the Hourglass lets you wound at a range of 1. Which means I get to put a wound on number 4 here. And then the tricky cool part is all enemies that have wounds suffer 2 damage. So that guy, and that guy all take 2 damage, which it's about the best thing I can hope for. Cannon number 2 takes 2 damage. Number 4, Steel Artillery takes 2 damage. Or Steel Automation. Oh, you know what? I didn't have Steel Automation take his wound for his turn either. And the other one also has a wound from his turn. Wait. No, he doesn't have a wound on him. Never mind. That guy's not wounded. And then number 4 of these guys also has a wound. He takes 2 as well. Okay, so that's helpful. But see, a lot is going on here. And I'm not killing these guys. And there's going to be more bad guys coming in just a round or two, which kind of sucky. Alright, so he did wounds to those 3 guys. And we are getting them down a little bit. Alright, so next the cannons go. Oh god, the cannons. Oh man, the first time we're adjacent to each other, they get the attack that says, you take 2 damage, and anybody adjacent to you takes 2 damage. The very first time. Oh my gosh. I hate you. I hate you all. Okay, but on the upside, this guy dies because he's wounded into death. This is just... Alright, so who's at range? Who can hit him? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, good. Can't reach. And that guy most definitely can't reach. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. That guy can reach. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hits Adrian. Unfortunately, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Oh, that guy died. That guy hits Adrian, and it'll be 2 damage, plus 2 for Royce, which is going to put them both in your dead. So let's see what happens. Times 2. Oh my gosh. So it's 3 damage for Adrian, unless she gets rid of a card. She has no shield this time, so she has to get rid of a card. We're actually together now. We can maybe do something. Mm-hmm. Got to figure out what to get rid of. Too hard to charge. We'll get rid of that one. Of course, it is infused right now. I could theoretically use that right now. All right, whatever. I'll do that one. I was thinking about trying to get this perma shield on, but you're right. Oh, you're right. You're right, me. You're right, me. I was gonna try to put on this pinning thing, or the shield, but it's a perma lost card anyway, and it would mean even more lost cards, and I can't afford that. So, whatever. So we got the cannons are done. Oh, Royce also probably has to get rid of a card. He can't afford to lose two, and since I keep forgetting to have them take disadvantage with their attack using my leather armor. Maybe on the next attack, because I'm about to get attacked, I think. Yeah, let's get rid of that one. All right. He's done. They're done. And now it's the robot self-destruct. Okay, so I got to figure out, they got to move 2. Now, right now they're blocked because 2 doesn't go through him. So they've got to figure out the fastest way to get there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So for him to go, his best choice is to go forward. Which won't hit anything. He's not going to do his self-destructing die thing. This guy's got an 11 to get. Well, actually, I guess. I mean, I guess if you think that they can go through their partner, then the distance for that was only 4. But he can't go through his partner because he doesn't have that movement. So, yeah, I guess. Would he go past? I mean, it's the same distance. All right, well, we'll just go like that. Because it's like you're trying to get as close as possible, and close as possible is just right there. It's still 3. Okay, so after that, they do 2 damage. If the attack ability was performed, all adjacent enemies suffer trap damage, and the rune machine dies. Oh, great. Okay, if Royce survives this, both of those guys die. But Royce is going to be dropping cards like they're going out of style. All right, number 4, 2 damage. 3 damage. Royce has to get rid of a card. And then he blows up with trap damage. Is 4 damage. He's dead. Number 8 takes his shot. 2 damage. 1 damage. Royce doesn't have to die. You do anything about that. Trap damage. He uses up his last card. This guy dies. Okay, so Royce is dead. I mean, Royce is exhausted, and there's no getting. I mean, I'm. These guys both died. They blew up on Royce. Yeah, one of them would have taken wound. Whoopee. I mean, it wouldn't have killed him, so he would have been fine. But now Royce basically has 3 cards left. He's going to lose 1 right now to random loss of chance. And because the trap damage is 4 damage in this game, so it's pretty much death. I don't know. Royce has got 2 cards. It's all he can do, even if he moves fast, which of course he'll try to do. Move fast. Why not? 24. It's his last turn. What's he got to lose? I don't even. At this point, I really shouldn't continue because Adrian can't win this by herself. There's no prayer in all of prayerdom that's gonna save her at this point. I will do a that one, and the fastest move I got is this one, just to add it in there. I think we still have the wind on us, so we'll say 15. Both these guys died. Sad thing is, next round 2 more come in. They're not elites, but all right. So Adrian. I mean, at this point, no amount of healing is going to save anybody. So it's kind of a tough one, but I think I'm going to go with the pinning one. So it's, won't even go through the shields. Whatever. It's 3 damage. 3 damage and he's pinned. Oh, sorry. It's 2 damage and he's pinned. So no damage. No damage. And, oh no, he gets 1 damage because he gets +1 for each ally adjacent to the target. So he gets 1 damage, and he's pinned. And she gets an XP. And it's 1 damage on number 4. And number 4 is now pinned. Oops, what am I doing? I didn't even draw the cards. Oops. It's alright. Just did the damage early. And that used up my wind infusion. That's how I got all of 1 damage out of it. His shields. And I'll throw up my shields for range again, so stupid cannons have trouble hitting me. And then Royce is it. Royce, this is it, man. This is the end of your game, my friend. You can do whatever you want. Again, he's doing a combo that well, he's already pinned and he's already wounded. Okay, let's do the heal 2 for everybody all around option. So that'll be 1, 2, and 1, 2. That's the bottom half of this. Everybody who's adjacent, a range of 1, everybody gets 2. So then he's going to do this twin strike, which is 2. Going to be hitting against his armor. So it's basically a 0. And he's wounded. Big deal. He's already wounded. So then he's going to move here, I guess. And then he's going to hit him again. 3 damage. Or -2. 1 damage. So 1 whole damage. All this, and he's down to 7. These guys. I don't see how this is winnable. I'm not even getting close. It's not like these battles are near over. I got 2 more guys coming. I still got 3 more cannons. I've killed 3 guys out of 10. And this guy's already exhausted, and Adrian is not doing much better. This is insanely difficult. I don't know. It would have been nice if he could have went up and we sacrificed a banner to the explosions, but he only survived because he got lucky. So whatever. So yeah, that's it. His turn is over. The robots get a go now. First, the artilleries are going to shoot at me. Range of 5, of course. Oh, same exact attack as last time. Exploding ammunition. Since it was a recycle, it's a card that they have to recycle their deck, and they called it up again, and we're adjacent to each other. We're still out of range of those two, but they're both taking 2 damage. And the artillery is going to shoot at the closest one, which happens to be Royce. Royce is going to die anyway. So he's going to do 3 damage to Royce. Royce has no cards. It's over. Royce is done. And 2 damage for Adrian. Doesn't matter. I'm not even going to try to defend it. Has no effect. Steel Automation gets to move 1. They will. Wait, no, I pinned him. He won't. He can't hit. He can't do anything. But this guy can move, and he'll move 1. And that's it for his turn. Now we're on turn 7, and guess who gets to come back and play? Both of these guys come back. One there, and one there. And they're not elites, but they are 2 more robots. I'd say this is done. I have no chance. I mean, I have not even done half their damage yet. Oh, did I not do his wound? He should have got a wound. Oh, the other one got a wound. No, the other one's not wounded. Don't know what to say, folks. This game is just too hard. Even without my being wounded to start, it's too much overwhelming force for 2 characters. I can't figure out how to grab an upper hand on these things. Trying to kill the cannons helps, but only if you can get rid of them early. And they're just always in your face. I don't know. But this is definitely a lost encounter. Because she's only got like maybe 3 more turns. I don't know. And considering she's only got 5 health, Royce is done. She's not going to get enough shots off. She has no help, so she can't do any of her special attacks. Healing won't do any good. So she rests. Randomly loses one of these. And then her basic attacks are either 2 damage or range attack. They're all 2 damage. Basic attack is 2 damage is all she gets. And she has no ability to do anything to them without a help of an ally. So it's damage of 2, which won't even go through the armor. So she can't kill this guy. It is 100% impossible to kill that guy at this point. She can't wound him. She can pierce his armor. She don't have an ally, so she can't do that. So she has nothing that can do enough damage to even start him on the road to death, much less make it happen during the course of this without exhausting. So their armor basically nullifies most of our attacks. I just don't know. I don't know that there's a way to win this game or win this scenario with 2 characters, or not with these 2 characters. I guess if I had more piercing attacks, but then you don't have the wounding attacks. I don't think there's even that many piercing attacks in their repertoire, maybe 2. And she can only do hers if she's got an ally helping. The cannons are blowing up everything. Oh, I'm really just stumped, man. I thought I had a good strategy this time, and we kept them away from the plate, but you're just buying time. And when you can only do 1 to 2 damage on a 12 damage guy, most of the time doing 0 damage, and then getting, I mean, look at this. I had 0, -1, -1, -1. My last 5 cards were 0, -1, -1, -1, and 1 for each ally adjacent. Which doesn't help, because I didn't have an ally adjacent. And what was Royce's? 0, 0, a wound on a guy who already had a wound, +2, -1, and 1. So basically, I mean, yes, I know the odds are, because most of them do nothing for you. Most of these cards are bad. I mean, there's zeros, -1, 0, 0, null, +1, 0, -1, +1, -1, +1. So yeah, there's a lot of -1s in here. I mean, really, this game is really designed to be as difficult as possible, to where you can't really win. I'm learning that you can't win most of these scenarios without near perfect play and perfect luck, because it doesn't matter what your strategy is. It's designed that there's only like one strategy that's going to work here. I haven't figured out what it is yet. I don't even know if there's going to be one. I assume that there's going to be a strategy that works, but I could be wrong. Maybe not. I haven't found one. When you have no damage, when you don't have the ability to actually damage these guys, they're impossible to kill, and the scenario says the only way you win is killing every monster or every enemy on the field, which means those cannons as well. So look how far apart those cannons are. Just the turns it would take to get to those cannons and hit them. Plus they have a lot of abilities that push you away. So considering that just to kill one cannon, we wounded 2 of them, we wounded 2, killed 1. But it's the math for 2 characters. Like I said, you get about 20 actions, and you got to kill 10 guys. Let's see. Well, what is the math again? All right, so you have 10 cards. That's 5 actions. So assuming you don't have to discard a card for something stupid, you get 5 actions on the first. 5 possible attack actions. Probably more like 4, because you probably have other things that don't attack. You may have more than that. So that's 4 actions of attack. You got to kill 10 guys. If you don't ever lose any of those 4 actions, you're going to go 5 actions, 4 actions, and then you should have 4 again, assuming you've never lost a card and you've never used a perma-loss card, which is a card that's a loss. Through those first actions, you might get 4 actions twice, 5, 4, 4. More likely you're going to go 5, 4, 3, because you're probably going to want to get some of those out, banners or defenses of some kind that are permanent. So you're probably going to go 5, 4, 3. You might go 3 a couple times. Let's be generous. 5, 4, 3, 3. So that's what, 9, 6, 15. But you're going to keep losing. So that's losing cards. So that's 2, 17. If you're lucky enough to keep that going, 19. But you're probably going to lose another card. Probably going to take losses along the way. So you got 17 actions maybe for the entire game for one character. Let's assume the other guy gets the same, 34. So you get 34 actions. That would be generous. Again, that's assuming no extra losses of cards. I'm guessing it's probably going to be closer to 30. But that's 30 actions. You have 10 guys you have to kill. 10 guys. And considering that you're doing, if you're lucky, with these 2 big galoots here in the middle, with their 2 shield and the amount of damage that my guys can do, you're probably doing an average of 1 damage each time you hit them. A lot of times you aren't going to hit anything because you got to like get in position and stuff. So of those 30, you got to figure that's 32 turns is what it's coming down to. And in those turns, you can probably figure you're not gonna hit stuff probably 2 of those times at all. At all. You're not even gonna get a shot off. So that's probably 28 shots on 10 guys. And considering the amount of damage you need to do, like we can only do like 1 on the average, maybe 2 each time we hit them. Let's say we hit those guys pretty consistently for the first, let's just say we hit them regularly. At 1 damage to 2 damage a turn, that takes 6 turns or 6 of your actions to kill one of them. So you take 12 off, that's each of these guys doing 6, or of your 28 actions between your 2 guys. 2 guys to knock out the 2 biggest ones, that's got you down to 14 actions. The cannons, meanwhile, are shooting at you and doing damage constantly. And again, I don't see how you're not losing a lot of actions just to discarding cards. And that's, again, assuming you're also doing that damage every round. The other 2 guys are coming up on you. They have 9, I think it was 9 health each, because they're elites. Yeah, there's a chance they might kill themselves or wound themselves a few times, but you got to figure you've got to hit them at least 4 times each. That's 8 times. Let's average that. Let's say 3 times. That's 6 times, because if they're close to you, they're going to die. I mean, they're going to hurt themselves or whatever. So that's 6. So that takes you down from 14 to 8 actions. Now you got to chase down. Then you got to hit the other 2 guys, which are still going to come. They're like right now, they just arrived. You got to hit these other 2 guys. They're smaller. They're only 8 or 6 or whatever it is. You could probably take them down in a couple of actions. This is assuming all your guys are living and you're not discarding any cards. You're down to about 4 actions. And then you got to go after the cannons. And if you're spending any of your actions and attacks on those cannons, you're pretty much out of actions. That's not counting any attempt to pick up loot, any attempt to pick up treasure. You basically got to screw that stuff. You're never going to get it. The math ain't there, man. The math says this is literally an impossible scenario unless you change the criteria. Lower the scenario difficulty. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Don't come in with any disadvantages. Lower the scenario difficulty, or somehow level up. If you level up, that way, each time you fail, I'm allowed to keep my experience, and I was really close to leveling from the previous location. So in theory, I can add the experience I just gained, which might level up both of them, or really close. So that might make it a little easier. I mean, really all it's going to do is give me health. I think it might give me a perk too, which will change the odds a little bit in my deck, I think, or whatever change you make does something to help with your outcome. And you get an extra card, which could be a good card. I don't know. I haven't seen what the level 3 cards are. But yeah, you cannot win this if you are not. I don't even know what the conditions are. I would like. Oh, here it is. If you've beaten this scenario solo with only 2 characters, or rather, I don't care if it's solo. If you've beaten this scenario with only 2 characters, tell me what you're. Let me know. Chat. Write to me in chat and say, hey, yeah, man, we beat the scenario with only 2 characters. If you can beat it with Adrian and Royce, the Blink Blade and the Banner Spear, even more impressed. I don't think these guys are all that cohesive. Or all that, what do you call it, complementary. So there's that. They try. They have things that kind of sort of in a way work. I mean, the Banner Spear is all about getting the banners out, but with these cannons out there shooting at us, I can't set the banners up anywhere because they just get pummeled. And these guys, these cannons with their 2 damage, 2 damage. I mean, that's 4 damage going on to your guys. And if both of them get hit, that's 8 damage in one turn. You got to get rid of the cannons. It's your only way to even have a chance. So, but you also have to block these guys out so they can't get through. Oh, stressing about it, man. What time is it? It's currently 1 o'clock. I gotta charge my watch. I have a game night in a couple of hours. So I probably won't be able to try again. Not today. Maybe I'll level up and yeah. Not sure what to do. But anyway, I think I am officially going to call it for now. I thought about playing again, but I don't know what to do. If I change my mind, I'll be back in about 10 minutes. Bye.